Hello and welcome to episode 234 of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast, where I teach you how to sell more, how to sell with more confidence. We cover sales tricks, techniques, strategies, all sorts of things, but they're designed to be actionable and practical. That's really important for me. None of this stuff is perfect world theory. Pretty much 99% of these episodes you listen to, you should be able to take some kind of an action at the end of them that will have a positive impact on your confidence or your performance. In today's episode, we're talking about protective domains. This is more appropriate if you're an owner of your own business or product or service, but protective domains. In the early days of Clear Sales Message, my original consultancy company, which I still run to this day, there were a few people close to me, unfortunately, that I actually kind of knew that saw fit to copy what I was doing. Absolutely copy what I was doing and try to create a name that was as close as possible to Clear Sales Message because they saw me doing well and they figured, hey, here's an opportunity, maybe we can replicate that. So they were coming up with, now I can't think to the life of me of actual names that they had, but it's a lot. I think one of them was along the lines of like unique brand message or something like that, but they're trying to come up with names close to mine, and that set alarm bells ringing for me because they were trying to copy my approach and copy what I was doing, which to a greater or lesser extent they're allowed to do. There's only so many things you can protect in terms of copyright and trademark, etc. But I figured out that if I owned all of the cool variant domain names for the name of my business, then basically I can stop them in their tracks for £10 a year per domain name or less. So I started to snap up domain names, and I own things like clearbrandmessage.com, for example. So I'm Clear Sales Message, but I also own Clear Brand Message. So if somebody wants to come to market to compete with me and to use that name, I own the .com domain name for that. It's making life a lot more difficult, if not impossible, for them, because it just forwards to my website. So it's a deterrent. And that's what I mean by protective domains. These are domain names that you can own that will protect your brand, protect your reputation from copycats and people trying to steal your business. So think about the misspellings of your brand name first and foremost. That's an interesting one that some people unfortunately do actually use against you. But also think of the different variants. So I'm Clear Sales Message, it could be Clear Brand Message, perhaps it could be Clear Marketing Message, anything like that. Can you own and protect those domain names so you can shield yourself from people who just want to copy you ultimately, because they can't be original and they have to make a nuisance of themselves. So make sure that you have as many of those as possible, because for the £10 a year it costs me to keep Clear Brand Message running, that's much better for me than somebody starting that company and me having to take action against them, potentially losing or winning, lots of time, lots of money, lots of heartache. I don't have to worry about it. I spend £10 a year, Clear Brand Message. That's a big enough deterrent to stop them from doing it in the first place. Well, that's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow, in episode 235, we're talking about all-in-one, the all-in-one effect, what that means for a business, how you can use it. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. In the meantime, if you haven't already, jump on over to LinkedIn. I'm very, very active there. It's the best place to connect with me. Shoot me a DM, ask me a question, and I'll perhaps cover a topic that you suggest in a future edition of the Daily Sales Message. I'll see you tomorrow.